Do you fear silence? Hello everybody, Leonardo, the space pianist here. Today I want to share some thoughts with you about silence, and above all I want to know your opinion, because basically I don't have all the answers for the main question, which is: are we afraid of silence? Why these considerations? Because I was thinking, and in our society we are constantly surrounded by sounds, traffic, people talking, ongoing works on buildings, roads and so on, all different type of noises, phones, computers, television and so on. And to me it seems that we are scared of silence. Also, when we talk to each other, we prefer to do cheap talks, chit chat, to say stupid things with friends and colleagues, to avoid silence that we perceive it as awkward. We say, no, we have to say something. We see this also in music, where the general trend since many years seems the louder the better. And also, for example, during a concert there is a beautiful piece of music that is just finished. People has to start the applause, to start clapping, and also here the louder the better. And also as musicians we are expecting some recognition of our value through the loudness of the claps. But actually it's weird. In many cases, when a beautiful piece of music finish, silence would be very nice to enjoy that absence, relative absence of sounds. So I want just to give you some inputs about that. When the pandemic started, there was the lockdown also here in Malta. I started streaming very often on Twitch, and for the first time I was not having people clapping after I finished to play something, and this changed my point of view. And at the beginning my underbrain was saying, something is wrong, but later, getting used to it, actually it has its good sides. And of course on Twitch I can interact with people in the chat. Once I attended a beautiful concert with music of Arvo Part, with Arvo Part there attending this concert, and in the middle of one of his beautiful composition, where there is a moment of silence, people felt the urge to clap, and for me it was a nightmare because it broke the magic of that moment. So it's something that is really affecting us, the absence of sounds. There is the provocation of John Cage that did the composition 4 minutes and 33 seconds, where basically the pianist doesn't play anything. And it's an interesting experiment because the sounds are the sounds created by people coughing in the public, moving on the chair, feeling uncomfortable, chatting with a soft voice between each other. And also that shows how we are uncomfortable with silence. 4 minutes and 33 seconds was not a random choice by John Cage, because it's 273 seconds, which is the number representing the 0 Kelvin, that is minus 273 Celsius degrees. And at absolute zero there isn't any molecular level activity, and so basically for sure there is no sound. And also this is very interesting. In space there isn't the possibility of acoustic wave propagation as we know it, so for sure there is silence. And also the human ears, when they are in good condition, can perceive roughly between 20 and 20 kilohertz. So is a pretty extended range, but there are lower sounds and higher sounds like ultrasounds that some animals can perceive. So for me it's pretty weird how human psychology works. There is also the concept of an anechoic chamber, where basically human ear can't perceive sounds because you can get only direct sound. So you start listening to your heartbeat, to the sounds made by your body. I was in a semi-anechoic chamber a bunch of times for some tests, and already that is a pretty strange experience. We start to feeling uncomfortable, and one of the partial answers I gave to me on why we are afraid of silence is because it's like the outside sounds are covering somehow the sounds, the thoughts that are in our head. This is why, in my opinion, it's a very important meditation. I really love to do freediving, where if there aren't boats spinning around, the silence we can perceive when we dive deep is super beautiful. We are like in the uterus before we were born, so we are surrounded by this wall of water, if we can call it like that, and the sounds are much less present, so we can give a break to our mind. I am a musician, so every time I love to do sounds, but silence pauses are like the space in a room between pieces of furniture, are like fields between cities, between buildings, roads that allow us to navigate in different directions. So my message here is also to give a little bit more attention to silence, to the importance of silence, and on how much silence can improve our daily life. So, if you found interesting this quick insight I did in the world of silence, I would like to know what do you think in the comments down below, and I will be very happy to reply to them and see where this conversation will lead, and for sure there will be interesting inputs coming up. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and consider to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching and see you to the next episode.